I'm Tom from Do It Yourself Home Automation, and a lot of people who are considering a Nest Learning Thermostat want to know which one they should get. And it's fairly simple to make the decision. There's only two available. So let's take a look at the differences between these two thermostats. And this is on the Google Store, where they provide some breakdown of the different features. So I'll run through the comparison they provide, and I'll give my own input from having used these different thermostats and tested them out. So the two you're looking at here are the Nest Learning Thermostat, which is sort of the core one, and then the Nest Thermostat E, which is the one on the right. It's the kind of white color here. And these used to have a much bigger price difference. Right now, the price difference is very minimal, but it used to be $249 for the sort of core one, and then $169 for the Nest Thermostat E. And now it's $189 and $169. So I don't know if this pricing will last. My guess is that this one may either become more expensive, or this might be a signal that this lower price thermostat might actually be eliminated from the market ultimately if they're starting to bring the price point down on the core one. I'm not sure, but again, this price difference, it might change the equation more towards the more advanced one. If the price is back up to $249, then there's obviously more choices to make. So we're going to just go down these different breakdowns of features. In general, though, the big difference is that this original model here is the sort of higher end one. It has a screen on it instead of just a basic digital readout. So you have full color, you can go through different menus, you can make all kinds of different changes on the thermostat itself, versus the E is much more basic. It just has the digital readout, and basically almost like the lights in your dashboard in your car. It can show certain things, but it's not a full screen. So, I mean, part of it is just aesthetically which one you like better. I personally like this one a lot better, the original. The other aspect to it is just build quality. So the original has a very nice sort of metal-y feel. When you spin it, you can tell that a lot of work has been put into the ergonomics. It just has a sort of a nice use and feel. This one feels a little bit more basic, kind of plasticky when you're using it. If you don't care about that kind of thing, though, it's probably not a big concern. But this definitely has more of that, almost like an iPod wheel, where it just has a nice feel to the buttons, and they've obviously put a lot of care and thought into the user experience there. Another consideration is color, so you can choose many different colors for the original versus just this one white color for the E. This gets at the ring has this metal polished finish versus polycarbonate, which is a fancy way of saying plastic, ceramic feel finish. Yeah, it just feels kind of plasticky. This one is more of a metal, kind of higher end feel to it. Again, high-res color display on this. This one has a basic display. They're selling it by saying that it blends into walls. Sure, yeah, I guess it kind of does. So if you want something that's less obtrusive and you have white walls, this could be a good option. Farsight is the feature on the core model that allows it to see when you walk around the room and show you something on the screen. It could be the temperature in your house, it could be the weather, that kind of thing. So that's a kind of a neat feature to have if you're putting this in a room you're going to be walking around a lot, and you want to be able to at a glance see what your temperature's set at or something like that. Farsight not present on the E. Size basically the same. Effectively, it's a little bit different, but in practice you won't notice any kind of a difference. And then compatibility is a big consideration, obviously. So there's a little bit better support for the older model. That's actually the higher end model. You can check your compatibility for your system. They say 95 versus 85%. Most systems probably will be covered by both, but again, obviously check before you make the purchase. So I think really the big difference here, obviously price. Right now the price is not that different, but if it goes back up to $249, it will be more different. And then just the aesthetics and the feel of it. So if you like the higher end feel, but this one could be better, as they point out, if you want it to sort of blend into your wall, be less obtrusive. The biggest thing, though, beyond the look and feel, I think, though, is just that color display. So I like having that display, being able to go in and make a lot of customizations to the thermostat on the thermostat itself. This one, you're going to be using the app more often than you are with the other, because you can change things on this using the thermostat itself. Here, you're going to have to go into the app to make more advanced changes. So overall, I prefer this higher end one, especially at this price. But if you want something more basic, if you just want to try it out, if you're getting this for a rental or something like that, Then the Nest Thermostat E does still have a lot of the same features like remote control, voice activation, and that kind of thing if you have a smart speaker, and you're getting it at a lower price point. So those are the main differences between the two thermostats. If you found this helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.